Hey everybody, it's Michael here with GoodyReader.com. We're at the American Library Association annual conference in Chicago, and we have here Neil Parker of NewspaperDirect and PressReader, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what his company does in the library space as well on the consumer end. So Neil, how's it going?
Great, Michael. Glad to be here.
Excellent. So there's a lot of talk, obviously, at the American Library Association about digital in libraries, and your company specializes in not only newspapers but in a number of other content. Tell us what you do for libraries content-wise.
So what we do for libraries is we make the entire collection of over 2,000 newspapers available on library press display from 100 different countries in 57 languages. It's very easy to set up and authenticate for the libraries, and it's got a great multinational collection with, as you can see, this is the front cover. It looks exactly like the newspaper. And what we do is we provide a layer of XML that lets you translate the articles, listen to them in audio. You can obviously zoom in and so forth. I've got some search results up here so you can see what a search looks like. The search term gets highlighted throughout the issue, and then you can zoom in and see the text of an article if you want to. And this is a scrolling view. You can scroll through and see the entire text of the article, and it'll then take you to the next article on the paper. And you can change the size. You can adjust the settings to suit your reading preferences. And I'll just go back to the my library view so you can see that. So I've got a few newspapers that I've downloaded. The great thing about the mobile app, of course, is that you can download the newspapers, take them with you wherever you want, and read them at your convenience. You don't have to have an internet connection. And this has just been recently made available for libraries. This is PressReader. If you go to the list of sources, you can see that there's, let's see, I'll just go to the countries. You can see that there's quite a large list. And we have large numbers of papers from a great many countries. The number in parentheses is the number of papers from each country. Let's see, United States. Gives you a nice view of the papers. You can click on any one to download it and view the full content.
So with PressReader in libraries, this is something that your company has focused on. This is a point of interest, and suffice to say that you are in a large number of libraries all over the world, not just in the US, but I mean you're everywhere. How many libraries right now are you in?
We're now in over 7,000 libraries worldwide, as well as having over 50 million users as direct consumers of PressReader.
So when it comes to digital newspapers, you guys do it in an innovative way. A lot of people might be familiar with the Kindle applications or the Barnes & Noble applications, where you might download an app version of, say, the Washington Post or the New York Times. You do things a little bit differently. You do what's known as replica editions. Let us know the philosophy or what exactly a replica edition entails.
Okay, so the idea of a replica edition is that you see everything that's in the newspaper 100%. It's more than full text, because you've got all the illustrations, you've got the comic strips, you've got the Sudoku, you've got everything from the editorials to the obituaries, and it's exactly as it's in the printed newspaper. So in fact, if you print out a page and you take it into court and say, here's a page from the Washington Post, then that will be taken as legal paper of record by the court.
So again, one of the neat things that you have is a searching algorithm, and you just showed us that. So within a particular paper, instead of scrolling to each and every page, you could type in maybe a person's name, or you could type in maybe an article, or you could type in a keyword. You know, if you're reading your local paper, we're both from Vancouver, so if you were to type in a keyword, say the Canucks, you would be able to see all the articles and go directly to that. Whereas with a normal paper, you got to basically flip all the pages manually.
Exactly, and the beauty of the advanced Boolean search is that you have a lot of options to narrow it down. So you can say, okay, I only want to see results from the Vancouver Sun, or only want to see results from the last month, you can go back up to 90 days and do a full search. You can search all the newspapers in the world. So obviously if you're in a corporate segment and you want to follow some topics of interest, that's fantastic because you can see everything that's been in these major newspapers worldwide.
So you guys focus both on the consumer via your PressReader app, and you also focus on libraries too. Now you do an innovative way of the subscription methodology for the consumer. So if they download PressReader for Android, BlackBerry, the iPad, and so on, they can actually read a lot of papers for a low fee. Can you tell us a little bit about the subscription methodology you employ?
Absolutely. Thanks, Michael. So subscriptions, individual users can subscribe for a low monthly fee, and they could just set that up on their credit card. It automatically renews every month. We have rates for corporate users as well as professional users if somebody inside a company is doing a lot of monitoring on behalf of their firm. For libraries, annual subscription model is the norm, and there we have half a dozen different authentication methods. The most popular is IPs, but Easy Proxy is also available, and libraries can authenticate by barcode, by URL refer. There's lots of different ways to go.
So in effect, PressReader, you specialize in newspapers, but you do other types of content as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely, yeah. We just started adding some lifestyle content, so you'll see a few magazines being added very soon. We do have some international magazines currently, and we're going to be expanding that side of the collection in the next year.
So that won't just be available for the end consumers, but you're going to be able to offer those towards libraries as well.
Yes, that's the plan. Absolutely, yeah. So we started, of course, with the magazine sections that come in newspapers, so we've already been doing that for a long time. Now the magazines are starting to come on board as well, having seen the platform.
Excellent. So it looks like NewspaperDirect and PressReader has a bright future in the library space. As they said, they have roughly over 7,000 libraries that currently deal with their platform, and anybody who's interested in doing business with them should consult their website. Is that right?
Absolutely. library.pressdisplay.com. Please take a look.
All right, so we're at the American Library Association Annual Conference 2013 in Chicago, and we just spoke with Neil Parker of NewspaperDirect about their PressReader app, both for consumers, but also for the libraries. For GoodyReader.com, my name is Michael, and everybody take care.